Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. Today, we're just going to be working through the body. We're going to get some nice stretching in, some nice strength building in. So I hope you enjoy what I have planned for you. Um, the only prop that you might need is a strap, a hand towel, a stretchy band. Anyone will work, and it's really just for double leg kicks. So if you can't find your hands comfortably back here, maybe that bothers the shoulder, bothers the wrist or something like that. That can be a great tool to help you get that fine. Otherwise, you don't need anything today. Maybe something for a knee cushion, but other than that, nothing else. So let's go ahead and get started. Always operate at the level that you're in. Always take breaks as needed. So from here, I'm just going to take my feet about hip width apart-ish. Good. And then I'm just going to move forward and back and maybe just a little bit of side to side. And what I'm doing is I'm just feeling the balance in my feet, all four quarters. Good. I'm actually a little bit too wide. There we go. And then I want to find that nice balance while I'm standing. For good posture, you want your ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles being in alignment. So to turn to the side. Good. This is roughly how you want to look. So we don't want to be like this. We don't want to be like this. We want to be nice and tall, and knees are soft. So from here, let's just go into some nice neck movement. Just taking the chin down and then taking it up. And let's go again, taking it down and taking it up. Good. And let's just take some little circles. The nice circles are fine if that's what your body needs. And let's reverse that. Good. And then from here, just take the neck and ear to one side and then the other. Good. Get some nice big shoulder rolls in. Let's take a big inhale and reach. Exhale and just reach. So as I'm side bending here, I want to keep my hips where they are. I want to not do this. We get a little bit more of an effective stretch here. Just really reach. Also avoid this shoulder kind of collapsing here. You can really open that up. And then from here, both arms up. Good, let's bend the knees. Press through the feet coming back up. Let's get that to the other side. And just reach. And finding your breath. Belly button is into the spine. Let's take it back up again. We'll just bend those knees, pressing all the way through. I'm going to take hands behind the head, relaxing the shoulders. Good. On this first round of rotation, I'm going to let the hips move with me. And so as I do so, my knees might bend a little bit. Now I get a little motion sickness with this one. So I'm going to close my eyes here. Good. Now, if this is where you need to stay for your body, stay here. Otherwise, try to keep the hips still and keep it only in the torso. And your range of motion won't be as big, but it is a nice twist. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. Let's just roll that around. Good. Come to the edge of your mat, depending on how you have your mat. We're just going to do some roll downs here. And then we're going to take that into some Pilates push-ups. So a few ways, things you can do. If you've got a back issue, you know, you're really tight in the backside or you're newer, try parallel hip width apart. So that means hip, knees, and toes are hip width apart and they're pointing straight forward. You can step the feet and legs in closer together if you have a little bit more experience, or maximum challenge standing in Pilates V, which is where I'm going to go today. So zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel, going to let my arms just rest by my side. I'm going to nod my chin. So I'm envisioning that I am peeling off bone by bone from an imaginary wall. So being that I'm on an imaginary wall, I would not be able to take my hips more behind me. That's tight hamstrings there. It's better to bend the knees if you need that. Now, that takes a lot of practice. That took me several years to be able to get out of that habit pattern. But from your roll down, whether you're on the floor or not, press down from hip to heel into the feet. You want your legs and your feet to take the load as you start from the low back and rounding up, bone by bone. Good. Shoulders, chin, and head are last to come up. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, nodding that chin. scooping in that belly button. So your arms will just do what they do as you roll down here. So there's no need to do anything to them other than just letting them hang free. And when you're ready, pressing into the legs again, coming all the way back up. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Let's get just a little bit of a back bend here. And reach. Arms are going to stay by the ears. Inhale, exhale. So as you nod the chin, the arms are going to come with you. Good. Rolling this down. And as you come to the floor, walk that out. Find your plank. Knees are lifted or grounded. Good. From here, take a Pilates push-up. Elbows come straight back. Push. Walk it back in. Stopping the hips over the ankles. Good. And rounding back up if it helps. To walk the hands back up, you can. Otherwise, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Nodding the chin. Rolling it down. Good. And walking it out. Finding your plank. Knees lifted or grounded. Good. Little push up. Push. Walking it back. Good. Stopping hips over the ankles. Walking back up if you need to. Coming all the way back up. Last one. After this last push up, we're going to stay down there. So big inhale, exhale, and nodding, and we're scooping. We're trying to move and control bone by bone, bone by bone. And when you're ready, we'll walk that out. Good. Find your plank, knees lifted or grounded. Find the push up, and we'll drop the knees. Good. Coming to all fours here. So belly button is in nice and tight. I'm pressing the floor away from me. Let's take a few cat-cows. So big inhale. Good. Chest is going to come forward. Pelvis is going to tilt back. And then I'm going to round and press away. Gaze is coming to the thighs or the belly button. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now come back to the tabletop position. We're going to take this into a tail wag. So I'm going to start by bending my left knee here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that left leg towards the left as I look over left shoulder. I'm looking at that foot. Now I'm going to look over the right shoulder. I'm going to let that left foot come towards the right. Good. And here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now switching sides. Bending the right knee. Good. Right foot is going to come towards the right. I'm looking over the right shoulder. Good. And left. And 2. Belly button in. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Come back a little bit here into a child's pose if you need to do that. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking my fingertips. So it just decompresses the wrist a little bit, especially if you have a lot of trouble when they're in that hyperextension. Just be mindful that while you can't do this anytime you need to, you don't want to weight bear up here on the fingertips. You always want flat hands. So coming back to all fours, let's go into a little bit of a balance challenge, continuing to warm up the core. My belly button is in. I'm going to take my left foot back, pressing into that big toe and pinky toe mount. So getting a nice stretchy here too. I'm going to let that left hip drop slightly so my pelvis is more even. My belly button is in tight. Now you can kind of move forward and back, just getting into that foot a little bit. And then from here, when you're ready, good. We'll lift a little bit or a lot. Careful not to go up past because then you kind of, go into the low back and then you cause this dip and we don't want that. So be nice and stable. The right arm's going to come forward. I'm reaching. I'm reaching. I'm reaching long from shoulder to fingertip, long from hip to heel. Pressing the floor away with the opposite shoulder and taking that down. Other side. Right foot comes back. Pressing in the big toe and pinky toe mound. Stretching. Right hip's going to drop slightly. Belly button is in. And as you're ready, good, maybe move forward and back here. Staying with breath. And when you're ready, good. From here, good. Lift to your limit. Left arm's going to come forward. Belly button is in, reaching from shoulder to fingertips, reaching from hip to heel, pressing that floor away. Belly button is in. I just caught myself doing a little dip here, so I'm lifting up a little bit. And then we'll bring that down. Good, and you can come back and cupcake the fingertips again. We're going to do that balance as a flow. It's a little bit of a marching flow here. So be mindful as you move what fires up in the front and the back body to stabilize you, to keep you from falling over. So from here, when you're ready, left leg's going to come back, right arm is long, and taking that down. Good. The right leg, left arm, and taking it down. Right arm, left leg, and taking it down. Left arm, right leg, and taking it down. One more time through. Left leg, right arm. Good. Right arm, or left arm, right leg, and taking that down. Finding a child's pose. Any child pose that would feel good to you right now. And then when you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs. So from here, and once you get down here for what feels good to you, just take your feet as wide as the mat, and belly button's going to be in here to protect the low back. Just take those knees and hips from side to side. Get a nice windshield wiper here. It's a little bit of a stretch in the low back too. Feels great. And when you're ready, let's go into some pelvic tilting. So from here, I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Good. I'm pressing arms and shoulders into the mat. Good. And I'm in a neutral spine, meaning my hip bones and my pubic bone are in the same plane. So you may or may not have a little bit of space in the low back, depending on your own body. But from here, we're going to rock the pelvis forward and back, anterior and posterior. So from here, zipping up nice and tight from pubic bone to behind the navel. I'm going to take my pelvis, rocking it forward, meaning my hip bones are going forward. I'm creating a little bit of an arch here for some of us, but don't create so much of one that it creates any kind of pain. And then I'm going to tilt that pelvis back, closing any arches, tailbones coming more towards my face, but I don't want to lift my hips off the floor. So I'm going to take that forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Good. Now just be at ease. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's take this right in 200s. These can be grounded on the floor, knees in tabletop, or a long diagonal line. Where you are in the diagonal line depends on your own core strength and your back. The lower you go, typically the harder that it is. So choosing where you need to be here, I'm going to start in tabletop position as my front. Arms are up, zipping up from the front body. Inhale, exhale, nodding the chin, lifting the chest, lifting shoulders off the floor, reaching long and strong by my side. Take this into an external rotation today with my leg. And then from here, I'm going to start pumping my arms from the shoulder. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift up higher, reach a little deeper, and bring that down. Knees into the chest. Rock, 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 side to side. All right. So from here, we're going to take this now into some roll-ups and roll down. So I'm going to roll over to my side and come up from here. because different people will need to do different things. So for the roll down, good. You might have bent knees holding on. So starting in a tall spine. Good. Tilting the pelvis back, scooping in that belly button. Good. And you're going to go back to your point of control, okay? Which is either that point where your feet need to fly up or you keep going back and you can come back up, or you can roll all the way back from here, keeping knees bent as you roll back up, okay? Same thing, legs long. You can roll back again to your point of control and then rolling back up, or you can roll all the way back. Good. So I'm going to roll all the way back here from this one. Good. Now, if you're all the way back, when you're coming up, what you don't want to do is this. Okay. Yes, I got up there, but that was all momentum. I didn't use my core at all. This is a core exercise, front and back side of the body. So you want to not get into that habit pattern. So as you roll back, good. And I don't do a pretty one. My legs come up a little bit and I veer to the left, but ideally legs are down and you want to come up through center. But from here, inhale, exhale. And reaching, and then I'm just going to go full forward here. And then I'm going to go right into the next one. So go ahead and start yours if you have not already. Okay. We will be adding on with rollovers today. Oh, come on, get up there. I'm a work in progress. This one has always been a bit of a struggle for me. And then, of course, once I got it down, I had a back injury and then I had a hysterectomy. So it's a long, long challenge to come back up. And I don't have it here, but those of you that have a weighted bar, like a weighted stick, if you're kind of having the same issue as me with legs coming up, you can always drape that bar or even a couple cushions across there to help you with that. And coming up and coming forward. Now, from here, we're going to take this back into a roll over. So you want to make sure you're good and strong in the shoulders because that's going to help you come up and get up there. But it will look like this. And it's okay to lift your legs in transition as you come back. Good. So I'm going to come back. Good. I'm not on my neck. My weight is on my shoulders. And I'm going to open my legs, shoulder width apart. My toes are pointed down. Good. Now, if you are really good, you can keep your arms long here and do this. I cannot. That's not where I am. So I'm just going to slowly, carefully come out of here. Good. And then come all the way up. And let's do that one more time. Good. Opening shoulder width apart. We'll try that today. Oops. Looks like I can do it a little bit better. It's slow and controlled. That's exactly what we want. Good personal triumph for my day. I didn't think I had it in me to do it, but it happened. Good. So once you're done with that, bring your knees into your chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. It's always good when you have a personal triumph and suddenly do something that you didn't think you would be able to do that day. All right, let's go into some hamstring stretches here, hamstring stretches. So I'm going to start taking my hands behind my right leg. I'm going to let them travel up as high as they can go. My leg's pretty straight here. Yours might not be. That's okay. You go where you can go. And while you're here, good. Just roll the ankle around, point and flex. Your other leg can be bent or extended long. Do what you need to do. Always doing what's appropriate for your body. Remember, anytime we're stretching or doing anything really, pain, numbness, tingling, burning, not a normal sensation. So if you feel those, you always want to back off until you do not. And then when you're ready, good. Let's release this leg. So I'm going to take my left leg just a little bit longer here. I'm going to roll my shoulders back, pressing arms into the floor, and I'm zipped up nice and tight. We're going to take this into some leg circles. So we'll do about 8 small circles and 4 large circles here. You want your abs to be engaged. Hips are not rocking all over the place, okay? Sneaky core work. So when you're ready, here's the small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that right into large. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just bring that knee into the chest for a moment. Give it a nice tug, and we will switch sides. Good. So left leg's going to come up here. Let the hands travel behind. Good. Finding your stretch where you can get it. And again, you can point and flex that foot, rolling the ankle around in one direction then the other. Breathing here. Belly button is still in here and engaged. And when you're ready, let's go into those circles again. So zipping up nice and tight, starting with the small one. Good. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, reverse. 8, 7, belly button in tight. 6, 5, don't forget to breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Large. 1. I'm going to hit my wall. Good. 2, 3, and 4. And reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee in. Give it a tug. Good. Let's take this right into some single leg stretch. Let's do this one about 10 times. Good. So knees in tabletop position. Arms are up. I'm going to lift up. Good. I'm going to take my right knee in. Left leg's going to come long. Remember, hips don't shift. They stay stable. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take it in. Double leg stretch. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and single straight leg stretch. Let's go. 1, 2, pulse, pulse. 3, pulse, pulse. 4, pulse, pulse. 5, pulse, pulse. And 6. Good. And bring that down. Good. Take your single or double straight leg stretch where you need to. So our arms going to be by the side, hands under the hip, upper body lowered, or upper body lifted, arms in a hover. You choose. I'm going to take my legs into a nice external rotation again today. Inhale, exhale. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 4. Bringing the knees in, lowering down. Hands behind the head. Going in a crisscross here. So same thing, single leg stretch legs, but we're going to come up leading with the shoulder and rotate. Hips are still stable though. So rotate from the torso. And then from here when we're ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Side to side. Let's roll like a ball. So I'm going to, you can hold back here or hold up here. If you're holding back here, don't swing your legs. But from here, coming up. Good. Using breath and act. 1, 2, 3. Don't roll back on the neck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come up. Could you find the balance, Mrs. Bone? Find the balance. Could you take that into a little bit of a boat? Finding a nice long spine. Ooh, it's okay to hold on. You can let go. And when you're ready, good. Take those feet down. Let's go into solve series. So from here, good, sitting up. I'm going to sit a little bit closer here. So your feet can be a little bit as wide as the mat. Okay. If you're not working on a mat, you can be a little bit wider than hip width apart. Toes are going to come back towards you. Good. Support the backs of the knees. If you're really tight back here, you can also sit up on a folded blanket or a pillow. The spine is going to stay nice and tall. Spine stretch forward, zipping up through the front body. Again, we're peeling off that imaginary wall. And reach, and reach, and reach. Let's find some extension here. So once you get to your spine stretch forward, reach and lengthen. Good. And then we're going to round and stack, bone by bone, lengthening, and we'll go again. Nodding the chin, rolling that down. C-curve scoop. Ears by the bicep. Once you're there, reach and lengthen, and we'll round, stacking up, bone by bone. And when you're ready again, taking it down. Good. And reach and round, stacking back up. Let's go one more time. Inhale, exhale. I love spine stretch forward. Feels so good to my back. And rolling all the way back up. Good. From here, let's take a twist. So arms out to the side. When you're ready, envision yourself in twisting with long arms as a single unit. So one arm is not going to go out here and this other arm does something else. You're twisting with control as a single unit from the torso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. From here, take it into a side bend, taking it over 1. Hips stay grounded. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Taking it into solve, we're going to put all of those things together. Good. So we're going to rotate. Good. Reach and round, sawing pinky toe off with pinky finger, and stacking back up, and rotate. Reach and round, stacking back up, and rotate. Reach and round, stacking back up. Long spine as we rotate. Reach and round, stacking back up. One more time each side, and rotate, and reach and round, and taking it back up, and rotate, and reach and round, and stacking back to center. Excellent work. Let's take this into open leg rocker. Open leg rocker. So different things for different people. Maybe you need to do your open leg rocker with bent knees. Okay, bent knees, that's fine. Otherwise, you can hold on to your feet, or I'm short, so I have short arms. I have to hold on to my shins. So find your balance first. Okay, good. Zipping up the front body, nice long back body. And when you're ready, we're gonna roll. 1. Woo! Too much power there. 2. And 3. And 4. And hold it. hold it, hold it, hold it. Whoop, and breathe and bring that down. Let's go onto our bellies for some prone work. Prone work. And this is where you're going to want to have your strap or whatever you're using for a bind ready if you need assistance with the bind. So from here, my legs are going to be hip width apart. I'm taking my hands a little bit forward into the side of the shoulders. My elbows are going to be down. I'm rolling those shoulders back and I'm zipped up into the upper body. So you have options here to do a baby swan or a full swan. So just to kind of refresh everybody's memory, here's a baby swan, and then here's your full swan. So you go where you need to go. Good. And we're going to do, let's do about 6 of these today. So rolling the shoulders back, belly button is in. Good. When you're ready, find your baby swan or full swan. Shoulders are down. No crunching in the spine. Find length between each bone as you come all the way back down. Inhale. Exhale, number 2. Finding that length as you come back down. Inhale. Exhale, number 3. And reach. And lower. And taking that back down. And here's 4. Finding your length as you lower. And zipping up. Here's 5. And lower. And when you're ready, here's 6. And lower. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Let's get a quad stretch in. So I'm going to bend my right knee. I'm going to reach around and grab it. For some of you, this is going to be it. Others, try to reach a little bit deeper from the hip to the knee, and you'll find a little bit of a deeper stretch there. Good. Lifting the quad just a little bit will also help get a little bit of a deeper stretch as well. Breathe. Your stretching is okay. Pain, numbness, tingling, burning, or not. If you feel any of those, back off until you no longer do. When you're ready, good. Carefully release with control. No slingshotting. Let's take that to the other side. Bending the left knee, reach around, grabbing that foot. And you can stay here. You can reach from the hip to the knee. You can lift the quad just a little bit here. What you did on one side might not be what you need on this side, so be mindful. Again, also watch your back here. Belly button is in nice and tight. Should not be any crunching. How do you know if a low back is crunching? Well, if it feels like it's crunching, it's crunching. So very easy to tell. And when you're ready, we will release. All right. From here, I'm going to come up onto my forearm. You're free to clasp the hands or not. Okay. And we're going to take this into single leg kick. So my belly button is in. I'm pressing away from the floor. I'm going to tighten up my glutes here because if you don't tighten up your glutes, this is considered butt exercise, then this is a pretty pointless exercise, okay? So be mindful in your engagement here. Belly button is in. Good. And when you're ready, we are going to kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain set up. Flex, point, lower. 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 Keep going. Belly button is in. Shoulders are away from the ears. No crunching in the spine. Last one. And flex, point, lower. And we'll come down. Good. If you need to come back into a child's pose here after that, take it. And then once you're ready, good. We'll come into double leg kick. So this is where I'm going to take my strap and I'm going to take it around the low back here. And I'm going to, you can clasp, take the hands together, or you can be more shoulder width apart. It just kind of depends on you. Good. And I'm going to bend my knees. Good. And I'm going to come to an external rotation here, but you don't have to do that if that doesn't feel good. But from here, good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to look to my right, if that's looking at you, and I'm going to squeeze the glutes. I'm going to pull, reach and lift, and come down. Looking to the other side. Pull, reach and lift, coming down, reach and lift. And last one, pulse, pulse, reach and lift. And taking that down. Good. Going to my left side, going right into some side series here. And the reason I chose the left side is because that's the side that puts me facing me first. Good. So from here again, remember, you can be, no, I don't want to be up there. You can be here. You can be here. You can be here. You can be here. Find what you need. I'm going to work right here. Good. And I'm going to do this a little bit more the advanced way. So I've got my shoulders and hips and ankles in alignment here. If you need something a little bit more stable from the hip, shift your legs to 45 degrees. Shoulders and hips, though, are staying in that alignment. You can also be out here and bend that bottom leg. So choose where it is that you need to be for your body. Belly button is in nice and tight. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm just going to take my hand right here. You can also have it here. And when you're ready, good, we're going to lift. 1. Hopefully nobody heard that pop that my hip just did with that one. And 3. Resist as you lower. 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now, hip, knee, and toe are going to turn a little bit more towards the ceiling. Good. I'm going to bend. I'm going to drag. I'm going to lift. I'm going to flex on my way down. Good. Point, drag, lift, flex on the way down. Point, drag, lift, flex on the way down. We're going to reverse that now. Flex on the way up. Point, bend, and scoot along. Flex, lift, point, bend and drag, flex, lift, point, bend, and drag. Good. Now, lift the leg about hip height here. Belly button is in. We're going to take this into some circles. So try not to let the hip shift around. Use your abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And from here, when you're ready, roll over back onto your belly. We're going to take some swimming here. So my belly button is in. I'm going to take my arms forward. Palms can be down or facing each other. You choose what you want. Good. Belly button is in. Good. I'm going to lift upper and lower body here, and I'm alternating. As I alternate here, I'm thinking about squeezing the back of the shoulder, squeezing the glutes. Good. Now, as long as you're stable here and you're not rocking all over the place, you can take that a little bit quicker. Big breath, even maybe a little bit quicker. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands under the shoulders, press back, child's pose. Let yourself get a roundy child pose here. A roundy child pose. And when you're ready, we're going to take that side series again, but on the right side. So come onto your right side now. Try to do the same thing with your arm over here that you did on the other side, if you can, just so that you train evenly on both sides. Good. And again, try to do the same thing with your legs if you can. So if you know you've got a stronger side, a better side is balanced than the other, take the weaker modification approach so that the weaker side can get stronger, catch up with the stronger side. Otherwise, if you always train the stronger side as the stronger side and the weaker side as the weaker side, you're always going to have that imbalance. So be mindful here. Good. Belly button is in. And here we go. 1. Resist as you come down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now, from here, we're going to lift. Good. I'm going to bend. I'm going to drag. I'm going to flex. Point, bend, drag. Flex, lift, point, bend, drag. Here we are in flexion. I'm going to drag. Coming up. And drag. And lower. And one more time. This is one of my favorites. I just think it looks so pretty. And taking it down. Good. Let's take this into our circle. So start your leg about hip height here. Good. And we'll go 1. Watch those hips. 2. Really squeeze the glutes when you take it back there. 3. As you take it back there, let it also be stretchy for the hip flexors in the front. 4. 5. And 6. Notice how these circles feel a lot different than the other circles we did when we were on our back. It's a little bit of a different challenge. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Ooh. Good. Let's bend those knees. Come to your prone position. And actually, let's take this into all fours. Good. So just get a couple cat cows here. We're going to do a few things here with forearm plank before we go. So let's find that forearm plank. So coming onto the forearms. Good. Knees can be grounded or lifted here. But whenever you're ready, find your forearm plank. Find a little length in the torso. Good. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with me or take a break. If you're with me, drop the right knee and then the left knee and right knee and left knee and right knee and left knee. And it doesn't look like or sound a lot, but when you're doing it, woo, it becomes challenging fast, especially right after that plank hold. And to the right and to the left. And both knees are going to drop and child's pose. Woo, finding that nice challenge. Now, guess what? We get to do another forearm plank, another 20-second forearm plank. So from here, when you are ready, find that forearm plank, knees grounded or lifted. Press that floor away from you. Find your length, and here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break or left leg and right leg and left leg and right leg. This can also be done from grounded knees, the left. Woo! And one more time, left and right. Drop those knees. Let it be the most relaxing child's pose of this class. Woo. I built up a little heat and a glow there. I hope you did too. And from here, once you're ready, find a nice sit. Good. Let's stretch those shoulders, taking the arms out to the side, turning palms away, maybe pressing a little bit behind you. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, I'm going to take my right arm on top of the left. You can squeeze, you can wrap, you can lift. Find your little stretchy. Release and open. Left arm on top of the right. You can wrap. You can wrap. Good. And maybe move up and down. Finding it. And then coming all the way back up, touching the hands together, bending elbows, hands go straight behind you. Nice and needed tricep stretch. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll release. Woo. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates mat work class and that forearm plank challenge. I hope you had an amazing time and see you again really, really soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.